Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3.
Well, hello and welcome to My Whiskey Den, your favorite public access whiskey review show where craft whiskey is king, and that is 100% right tonight because we're going to be going back and talking about stuff from the Licorice Boys. Like I said, we had many ginger-related things to cover this week, and this is one of them. One of them will be the Tri-Barrel blend that the Licorice Brothers have put out. Before we go a second further, though, and talk about this lovely whiskey, Mike, what do we tell everyone at home right now?
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Comment down below. If you're catching one of our live shows, which are on Monday nights, interact with the chat. There's good people in there.
Yeah, and it's usually a lot more fun on YouTube than it is on the Facebook or Space, whatever you want to say. No big deal with that.
Facebook.
The Facebook. This one that we got from them is their Tri-Barrel blend of Harbinger. So this one is a blend of 4, 5, and 6-year-old Harbinger bourbons. It was a special anniversary release this year to commemorate Harbinger's outstanding achievements in 2020, which would be a World Whiskey Award. I mean, how can you turn that down? I guess I would want to commemorate that as well, too. So this is like an homage to this, the Tri-Barrel blend. It has 5% purple corn, 5% Bloody Butcher, and 90% yellow dent corn. That's non-GMO. So bulk of it's yellow dent. Then you get a little bit of the play of the purple and the Bloody Butcher corn on this one. And it comes in at a stout 63.8%. So we're back up to Ironroot's kind of normal releases. 50 just seems so below 50 seems so weird for them. It freaks me out. So
you're passe.
Yes. Yeah. So Mike, Ben, what are you guys getting on the nose on this one?
Well, you don't get the proof, that's for darn sure.
It's got a dense core of corn, but there's typical little bit of that Texas oak funk going on. A little molasses and brown sugar note.
I'm getting a cool blast of something, and I don't.
Yes.
It's not the mint, but it's just something like refreshing that's coming through on the nose. It's just.
It's a little bit brighter on the second half, like it picks up on the top half of the glass.
But it's just something about it. When I smell it, it's like the air immediately around the glass is cooler when I'm inhaling than not. It's interesting.
It's not super minty, but it has, if you just
it has that like quality.
A green, like a little bit of a green note to it. I don't want to quite call it hay or anything like that, but it does have like a fresh green note to it.
Almost not all the way, but it's like a slight hint, enough to remind me of double mint gum. Anyway,
yeah. And you know what? Almost a little bit of juicy fruit.
Yeah. Yep. If you were to blend the two a little bit, maybe.
I could see that. Now that's a whole different. That's a whole nother show. It's getting gum to match the whiskey.
It's kind of caramel buttery too.
It's caramel butter, and it's got this like dense, like you're saying, like kind of halfway through to the end. There's this dense core that you hit the outside, and it's a darker note, some of that brown sugar and stuff. But getting past it is a little tough. Like I'm gonna go back with a couple drops in a bit to see if that kind of cracks that open.
Yeah, the corn is dense. It's like all the other notes are just kind of dancing around lightly on the outside of it, but there's a really dense corn note.
And I'm getting more of the yellow corn clearly than the other ones, but I think the other two are what's playing the fun havoc on it.
Right.
I like it. It's nice.
A little bit of a chocolate and caramel note going too. Once I start digging in a little more.
All right. Holy shit.
You said it.
Holy shit. Hold on.
Oh, man. That's just...
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's Ironroot magic right there, baby.
That's dense in the palate too. It doesn't, where some whiskeys, especially the higher proof, they start to spread out and they start numbing everything on there.
Right.
Man, it just like stayed intact.
No, this thing it like stacks on your tongue. I mean, it just stays this dense core. It doesn't, like you said, it doesn't spread out across your palate. Doesn't hit different points. It's just like, man, this dense ball neutron bomb kind of thing going on. Just intense core.
I'm trying to,
and even on the palate, that proof is not there.
Yeah, no, way under. And I'm even like swashing my tongue through this thing, try to loosen it up a bit, and it is not. It's not.
What's the availability of this? Was it just a playful thing?
It's a playful thing. I believe it's an in-store release that they'll be doing, kind of like the hazmat is what they'll be doing with this one.
Yeah, I think this was the anniversary release, right? Just like they did the Icker for last year. This will be their 2020 anniversary or 2021 or whatever anniversary release.
And it's just kind of, it's the special release for the year, and the 63 drinks way beneath that. Way beneath.
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm not getting a lot of spice or peppery notes off of this either. Just
a little bit for me halfway through. Do I get a little bit of black pepper? Maybe a touch of white. It sparks up a little and then it fades away. So it is rare. It is not there much. I was getting a nice like caramel cream and brown sugar note on the very entry of it.
I feel like I get a little bit of the French oak notes coming across the mid part of the tongue there, about halfway through.
Okay, I tried a drop of water and man, it got oilier.
Really?
And it broke it to where it actually spread across the tongue.
Well, I was getting like a little bit of lemon note in it as well too on the taste.
I feel like I am eating a chocolate bar, like a milk chocolate bar that's got chunks of grilled corn in it. And then you got a little bit of that double mint gum kind of mintiness going on. I keep getting all these like chocolate and corn. That's what I'm over and over.
You put corn in my chocolate. You put chocolate in my corn.
I don't know if you can say that.
That's a different stream.
Different night.
Different imagery right there.
But
wow, I mean, this is one of the best things that I've ever had from them. I can tell you that. This is a completely different experience than just Harbinger.
Well, and with having 6-year-old Harbinger, I think that's some of the oldest stuff they've released yet so far, and that's astounding.
I wonder what the blend ratios are. Are they even ratios? Or they say?
No, but I doubt that they're going to be an even ratio from the 4, 5, and 6. I would think you'd probably lean more heavier on the 4 and the 5 and the 6 to kick it up a bit. We'll ask him on Monday. That's right.
Yeah.
Since we don't know this, stop in on Monday, February 1st, where we'll actually be talking with the Licorice Brothers, and we'll find out. We'll find out what the percentages on this one are for blending.
Yeah.
But
and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more. I mean, of course, they probably don't have as much 6 physically to deal with, but the way that they proof down, they're not going to get the harsh wood notes on a 6-year in Texas like a lot of other places would.
No, and that's going to say you get some wood note, but it is definitely not playing center stage.
No, it's not. Yeah,
right. What's going on? Like most of their stuff, it's well balanced and it's blended into the flavor profile.
Man, the glass afterwards, it's just this beautiful fresh wood, but not woody. It's just a really nice fresh wood where you get the vanilla notes and stuff just from smelling it.
This is like a chewy experience, or where a lot of people say Kentucky chew, and you can bite down on it and kind of do that. I'm getting that with this. I feel like you could spend some time trying to manipulate it in your mouth a little bit more, and I wouldn't say not as much is happening, but it's so dense. It takes a while for you to realize how it's rolling. You know, like when it's rolling from the next stage to the next, and you're like, oh, heat, and then that happens. But it's not like a Ferrari whiskey where that's all blowing past you like at 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a little bit slower, and it's like moving a box van.
And we're doing this at 9:00 at night. This is my first drink of the day, and this coming in at that proof at late at night. You don't get that thing where you're just like, oh, that slight, not shock, but you know what I mean, that the newness, like, oh, this is what you're going to do tonight. It's that if you didn't tell me that was 63.8%, I would think that you're at 50 or below.
Yeah,
pretty easily.
Your first drink, you might catch a little bit of it, and after that, you're not going to notice it again. Not one bit with this. It's very, and I think maybe that's the density of it, is that it's hiding that in the nose, and it's hiding on the palate. On the nose, I went back to, and that denseness now, I was starting to kind of pierce through, and I am noticing that it's like a super dense rye bread almost, or like a buckwheat bread. I don't know. It's just there's like a bready kind of baked note to it, but it's dark and it's heavy, and I can't peg it. I'm not a baker, so I don't.
You mentioned the bread, but smelling the empty glass, almost a little leans more pumpernickel to me.
That's fair. That would be another one that's got a nice, dense kind of dough to it. When you go to bite into it, it's not this light, airy. It's this thick kind of dense.
Let me ask you something. When this hits your mouth, just starting with the very basic flavors, sweet, sour, salty, do you get a briny note in this?
Yes.
A little bit of a saltiness that kicks in? And then I'm noticing on the back end too, I'm picking up just some really nice smoke and barrel char coming through. Not in a like intense way, but it's just soft. But it's there. Yeah. There's a smoky char going on.
Yeah, more barrel char than smoke that I get.
Yeah, I get that. Guess it's at least a 3. You would have to see.
Okay, so it almost drinks like a whiskey on with second fill, and not a first fill barrel, right. Where it's not going to get some of the harsher tannins and stuff on it.
Go over that again, Mike. It lagged.
No, it drinks almost more like a whiskey. It's on second fill on the barrel.
Oh, that would be an excellent way.
Yeah, fewer tannins and
and a little more flavor, but it still has enough in there at the end. Like Mike, like Ben said, you do get that note at the end for sure. The more I'm going, the more I'm starting to get some of the spice notes. As I went back like the third or fourth time, like the spice started to hit at the beginning now.
See, and that's I'm doing damage on the sample here, and I'm trying to save some, but I gotta go for my third pour on this to go back in, because it's
Well, it's a tri-barrel. You should have at least 3 drinks. One for each barrel that's in it.
This is true. That's true.
Keep that in mind, people at home. You should have 3 drinks whenever you do it.
Well, I mean, technically, wouldn't it be 4 barrels? It's a 4, 5, and 6, and then they put it in one more.
Okay, well, now you're just trying to get me to drink a whole damn bottle.
I'm a math atheist. Don't even go there.
But I don't know. This is definitely...
I get way more vanilla coming back now.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting some tea and honey, and a little bit of cinnamon and cardamom. Some of the more of the baking spices kind of starting to come through on it.
I'm thinking this is going to be, even though we're going to probably cut it short soon because of the review, I'm thinking this is a half an hour whiskey.
Oh, easy.
Like if you got to, and we've been hammer it kind of quick here, but I think if you got to sit down and give it some more space and some time over a half an hour, I think you would really be able to see some of the things start coming through. Like Ben was just saying, like all of a sudden you get this and this and this, and we're 15 minutes in.
Man,
it's just when it's starting to break through that flavor profile and that density.
And the finish now, I'm starting to feel like I did the cinnamon challenge or something. I mean, I just feel like it's just this big building explosion of cinnamon that just keeps going and keeps going. It's just like you're chewing some big red gum or something. It's just big cinnamon.
I just thinking about this, drinking this whiskey, this would be This whiskey would be very easy to pick. Like if you said, hey, grab a whiskey to have with dinner.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you could hit this with so many different meals. Because it's not leaning towards one side or the other where you're like, well, it's going to overpower this. Well, it's going to do this. It's just got a lot of everything on there. But it's not the overall, it's not an overall intenseness of everything. It's just this really nice, I always said dense a lot, but it's just like this dense ball of flavors that's just so nice.
and maybe only like medium intensity, like what you get into, like there's a lot of flavors, but none of them are like notched up to 9 or 10.
Right.
Like it's
very
all a little
well
bit more.
married. Just very, very well put together, well married, and well done.
I like this.
Again.
I don't know. I think I'm good on this one. How are you guys feeling?
Good.
I'm doing great.
I'm enjoying the cinnamon bomb that's still going off in my mouth right now.
Excellent. Well, remember to stop in on February, I think 1st it is, to see Robert and Jonathan. We'll be here talking about all their stuff and some of this other stuff that we're tasting this evening. Just make sure to stop in. We're going to get a whole lot more information from them than you will from us because they're smarter than us. But remember, it's not the size of the den that matters. It's the love of whiskey. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3.